Hi everybody, how are you doing? So today I'll be teaching you grammar. Please take out your advanced level book 1. Alright, so as you know, what we have talked about, we have talked about reflexive pronouns last time, right? Reflexive pronouns, their usage, how do we use them and all that stuff, right? So before we do revision on that, I'm going to show you a video for revision, and then you're going to tell me what are reflexive pronouns. So here is it. Let's watch a video for revision. Alright, let's start.
English with Zilligan. Reflexive pronouns. Pronouns are words that replace nouns and noun phrases. Reflexive pronouns are words that refer back to the subject of a sentence or clause. Eureka! These words end in either self, as in the singular form, or selves, as in the plural form. There are 8 reflexive pronouns. They are myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. I did not include oneself. It's considered Old English and is rarely used in spoken English. These same pronouns are also used as intensifying pronouns. Can you find reflexive pronouns? I can see myself in the mirror. Can you see yourself in that new job? He was looking at himself in the window reflection. Help yourselves to the food and enjoy the party. She sent herself a copy of the letter today. My dog hurt itself while climbing over the fence. We blame ourselves for the poor company profits. They always take care of themselves. I would like to see myself in that new car. Can you see yourself living in that country? My cat fed itself last night. He always compliments himself after cooking a meal. We will just have to do it ourselves. Start dinner without me. Just help yourselves. Some people have to learn how to help themselves. Study your English every day for the best results. Remember that nobody knows the entire English language. The main idea with all languages is to effectively communicate with others. This video is just a small introduction to reflexive pronouns. ask your teacher to help you with this subject. Have fun with English.
Alright, so after such a long video, you could notice many things, right? It has several examples to show you how do we use reflexive pronouns, right? So reflexive pronouns are used to refer back to the verb, to the subject. What is it? That should be to the subject. Yes, reflexive pronouns are used to refer back to the subject, okay? What reflexive pronouns do we use? It's all depends on the subject, right? So, subject pronoun I. Reflexive pronoun reflects the subject I with myself, or a reflexive pronoun myself reflects the subject I, right? So, remember, what is the usage of self and selves? What is the difference between self and selves? So self is used for singular, remember that? And self is used for plural, okay? So here, I is used for myself, right? And then subject you is used with, right, let me see, alright. Subject you is used with reflexive pronoun yourself. Yes, yourself. But remember that you can be plural as well, right? So we can use yourselves here too, alright? Yourselves. Both of them are acceptable, okay? Because you can be both singular and plural, okay? And then we. How about we? We is, so here yourself and yourself reflects the subject pronoun you, right? It refers to the subject you. So which reflexive pronoun refer back to the subject we? Ourself or ourselves? Ourselves. Remember, because it is plural, okay? How about they? Which reflexive pronoun refer back to the subject they? Themselves. Remember, themselves. Plural, right? How about he? Which reflexive pronoun refer back to the subject he? Himself. Because he is singular, we use self instead of selves, okay? Which reflexive pronoun refer back to the subject she? That is herself, yes. How about it? That should be itself. Okay? All the singular one are used with self, remember, okay? And the plural one is used for selves. Okay, myself, yourself, yourselves, ourselves, themselves, himself, herself, itself. Right? So they are all used to refer back to the subject. Okay? They all are used to refer back to the subject. Remember that. So our exercise for today is this before we start our lesson. So here, let's have a look. Number 1, it says that Jim looks at space in the mirror. The subject here is, who's the subject here? Jim, right? Which subject pronoun do we use for Jim? It's a name of a boy, right? So the subject is he. Which reflexive pronoun refers to he? That is himself. Yes, himself. He looks at himself in the mirror. That's a perfect sentence, right? 2. Are you doing your project? Space. Alright, here the subject is you, right? So which reflexive pronoun refers to you? Of course, that can be either yourself or yourselves, right? But here we use yourself because it is talking about a singular noun. You is singular here. There's no supporting words that tells you that it's plural, right? So you just use the singular one, okay? Here, 3. Betty introduced space to her classmate. Wow. So who's the subject? Betty. Yes. The subject we use for Betty is she. You know that, right? So that's why we use the reflexive pronoun herself here, right? Betty introduced herself to her classmate. Okay, good. 4. Girls, can you make your bed? Space. Alright, here the subject is girls. Yes, girls is a subject, but it is asking a question, right? There's one more subject here, that is you. Is this subject you singular or plural? If you look at the first subject, it tells you that it is plural, right? It says girls. So do we use yourself or yourselves? Can you make your bed? Yourselves. We use the plural form instead. Good job. 5. He made space a cup of coffee. He made, as you know, subject he, right? Subject is he. So which reflexive pronoun do we use to refer back to the subject he? Himself. Yes, himself. Okay. Next one. Adam heard space playing football. Subject is Adam in front of you. Adam is a boy or a girl? Or is a plural noun? What do you think? Of course, it's the name of a boy, right? So he is used. Here we also use himself. Adam hurts himself playing football. 7. I iron all the clothes by... Who's the subject? Iron, clothes, I. Which one? I. Very good. So, which reflexive pronoun is used to refer back to the subject I? Myself. Yes, myself. Okay, perfect. I iron all the clothes by myself. 8. You and I can move the chairs by... So there are... You think you and I are singular or plural? Plural, right? Which subject pronoun is refers to you and I? Not they. That should be we because it has I in it. We can move the chairs by. So the reflexive pronoun that refers back to the subject we is, yes, ourselves. Next one. Lucy combs her hair by herself. Yes. As you know, subject is Lucy. That is used with she. So that's why we use that, okay? Let me write the she on her name. Okay, she. 10. My dad drives his car by. Alright. Subject is my dad, right? He's a man, so we use the subject he. Simple as that. Reflexive pronoun is himself. Good job. Next one. My cat cleans space every day. My cat cleans. Alright, here the subject is my cat. What subject pronoun do we use for my cat? Remember, that is not he, that is not she, that is it. Because it is an animal, okay? So the reflexive pronoun that refers back to the subject, it is itself. Alright. Wow, we are done with the board exercise. We are done. Now let's have a look at your book. That should be page number 13. So page number 13 looks like this, right? Alright, it says that we are also going to discuss about reflexive pronouns today. It says that a reflexive pronoun is used with another noun or pronoun when something does something to itself, or let's say someone does something to itself as well. Both of them are correct. Something or someone does something to itself. The reflexive pronouns are myself, yourself, herself, himself, itself, ourselves, yourself, and themselves. So there are a clear examples in front of you, right? Let's have a look on the examples. Example number 1 is I like myself. Alright. So here it says that I like myself. Right? So this is doing something to this. I like myself, right? I, subject. Alright, like, and then reflexive pronoun, myself. Okay? We can use reflexive pronouns when someone does something to him or herself as well. Alright. Next one is you smile at yourself. Same as that. The third one is we talk by ourselves. Number 4, they study by themselves. Fifth one is he speaks to himself. 6 is she thumbs herself. 7, my dog bits itself. Alright. Okay, so this is how the reflexive pronouns are used. Actually, there are clear example. How do we use the reflexive pronoun? Depends on the subject as well, right? Myself is used with the subject I, yourself is used with you, etc. Right? Ourselves is used with we. So there are clear examples in front of you, right? Shall we move on, or let's watch a video then before we really start our lesson. This video is about reflexive pronouns. Also, you will see some exercises in the video. Let's complete that together before we really start with our classwork today. So let's have a look here.
Reflexive pronouns. A reflexive pronoun is used when we want to refer back to the subject of the sentence, or when the subject is also the object of the sentence. This is the reason why they are called reflexive pronouns, because we try to reflect back to the subject of the sentence when we use them. Try to look at the following reflexive pronouns carefully. For the singular forms, we have I for personal pronoun and myself for the reflexive pronoun. You, yourself. He, himself. She, herself. It, itself. We, ourselves. You, yourselves. Remember that the pronoun you can be used for both singular and plural forms. And the last one, they, themselves. Examples: I accidentally hurt myself with a kitchen knife this morning. I here is the subject of the sentence, and it is also the object. That's why we need to use a reflexive pronoun, myself. I accidentally hurt myself with a kitchen knife this morning. Another example: I accidentally hurt her with a kitchen knife this morning. In this sentence, the subject and the object are different. I and her are two different persons. Therefore, we don't need to use a reflexive pronoun. Some more examples. She cleaned the house herself. They locked themselves up. My tiny cat can defend itself from my playful dog. For our exercise, complete the following sentences by placing the correct reflexive pronoun. The first one, my little brother talks to blank when he's in front of the mirror.
So, who's the subject here? My little brother. So without looking at any table of your book, can you answer this question? My little brother talks to... Alright, let's see your answer.
The subject here is my little brother.
So that's why...
Therefore, we need to use the reflexive pronoun, himself.
Himself.
My little brother talks to himself when he's in front of the mirror.
Correct.
Second one, only you can take care of blank. The subject you here is singular.
So that's why we use yourselves or yourself. That should be...
The answer is yourself.
Yourself.
Only you can take care of yourself. The third one, you should always remind blank to do your homework before playing. This time, the subject you is plural.
Alright, here they have already told you that you is plural. So do we still use yourself here?
The answer is yourselves.
Yourselves. As you can see,
You should always remind yourselves to do your homework before playing. The fourth one, I always make sure that I make blank look good.
Subject here is, that should be I, right? So which reflexive pronoun do we use?
The correct answer is myself. I always make sure that I make myself look good. I is the subject of the sentence. That's why the reflexive pronoun myself is used. The last one, we had been enjoying blank at Paul's party.
Subject here is, it says that we had been enjoying space at Paul's party. The subject is we, right? So which reflexive pronoun is used for the subject we? That should be,
the correct answer is ourselves.
ourselves.
We had been enjoying ourselves at Paul's party. We is the subject of the sentence. That's why the reflexive pronoun ourselves is used.
We are done with video watching. It's time for you to do something with your book. Take out your pencil and eraser and turn to page 14. Alright, here is page number 14. So here you have to fill in the blanks with the suitable reflexive pronouns, okay? Try to do it without looking at the table, okay? Challenge yourself. Alright, so the first 5, you do it on your own, okay? And then I'm gonna go through it with you later. So take your time and do the first 5 for me. Go. Using reflexive pronouns. Number 1, it says that Robert made this t-shirt space. Alright, here the subject is, the subject here is Robert, right? The subject pronoun we use for Robert is he, right? So the suitable one is himself. Yes. The complete sentence is Robert made this t-shirt himself. Okay. 2. Lisa did the homework. Alright. Subject is Lisa, right? The subject pronoun we use for Lisa is she, right? So that's why we use the reflexive pronoun herself. Yes. The complete sentence is Lisa did the homework herself. Keep going with number 3. We helped space to get some cola for the party. We helped. The subject here is we, right? in front of you. Plural, remember that. So do you think we write ourselves? No, that should be our selves. We helped ourselves to get some cola for the party. Okay, good. Number 4. All right, number 4 is Emma. Did you take the photo by, the subject here is Emma and you. Alright, as you know, you can be both singular and plural. Here is singular or plural? Singular, right? Because there's only Emma, right? So we write yourself instead of yourselves. Emma, did you take the photo by yourself? Number 5. I wrote this letter. Alright, subject here is I, right? So the appropriate reflexive pronoun we use is myself. Yes. I wrote this letter myself. So please check your answers for 1 to 5. Could you do that without looking at any tables in your book? Good. Number 6. He cut space with the knife while he's doing the dishes. He cuts. Subject he. Which reflexive pronoun refers to subject he? Himself. He cuts himself with the knife while he is doing the dishes. Number 7. The lion can defend space. Alright, the subject here is the lion, defend, can. Which one is the subject? Of course the lion, right? A lion is an animal. So which subject pronoun do we use for the lion? You, we, they, he, she, it. Remember, for animal, for just one animal, we use it. But if it is plural, if it says the lions, then you may use they, of course. Okay? So the lion can defend itself. Yes. The proper reflexive pronoun is itself, according to the subject here. Number 8. My mother often talks to. Alright, here the subject is my mother. Yes. The subject pronoun we use for my mother is she, right? She's a woman, so that's why we have to use she. Alright, she often talks to. Which reflexive pronoun do we use for subject she? Yes, herself refers to the subject she. Complete sentence is my mother often talks to herself. Okay? Number 9. Tim and Gary. If you want more milk, help. Alright. Help. Also, there are 2 subjects, right? The first one is Tim and Gary. The second one is you. As I said, you can be both singular and plural, right? So Tim and Gary, which subject pronoun do we use for Tim and Gary? Oh, it doesn't matter of this. Let's have a look on this. So as I said, that should be plural because it is Tim and Gary. There's no use of writing they, right? Because it is referring to this. So we don't have to write they here. Instead, we look at this, okay? Plural subject you. Alright, it's still you. Because it is you. It is in plural form. So that's why we write yourselves instead of yourself. Tim and Gary, if you want more milk, help yourselves. Okay. 10. Alice and Doris collect the stickers. Alright, the subject is Alice and Doris, right? Which subject pronoun do we use for Alice and Doris? They are two people, so that's why we use they, right? So which reflexive pronoun refers to subject they? Themselves, yes. Alice and Doris collect the stickers themselves. So please check your answers for this part. Good. If you are done, then we can move on to page number 15. So page number 15 for you is here. Fill in the blanks with suitable reflexive pronouns. Alright, the reflexive pronouns are myself, yourself, yourselves, depends, singular or plural, ourselves, themselves, himself, herself, itself. These are the reflexive pronouns you have learned, right? Again, you have to fill them in. So for this one, I would like you to do the first 4. Okay, do it on your own. Take your time, find the subject, and then do it. Your time starts right now. Keep going. Number 1, I give space 12 weeks to get in shape. I give, the subject here is I, so the reflexive pronoun myself is used here. Get in shape means like, let's say that if a person has put on weight and then he or she wants to lose weight, all right, he or she needs to like do some exercise and all that to get back in shape. All right, get in shape. All right. 2, you should buy space a new computer. Here, subject is in front of you, that is you, right? Singular or plural? That should be singular, of course, right? So that's why we use the reflexive pronoun yourself. You should buy yourself a new computer. Keep going. Diane buys space a new pair of shoes. Diane is the subject, right? It's a name of a person, right? Name of a girl. So we use the subject she here, right? Diane buys herself. Yes, reflexive pronoun herself is used to refer to the subject. Reflexive pronoun herself is used to refer back to the subject she. 4, Jeff reads quietly to, subject is Jeff. Which subject pronoun do we use for Jeff? Do you know this name is refers to boy or girl? Jeff is referred to boy, so that's why we use he, alright? Jeff reads quietly to himself. Reflexive pronoun himself is used here. Number 5, the kitten grooms space. What is a kitten? It's a person, it's a toy, it's an animal. It's an animal, alright? It's referred to baby cat, alright? Baby cats are called kittens. So here it says the kitten, right? So which subject pronoun refers to the kitten? Just one kitten, right? So that's why we use it. Okay, the kitten grooms itself. The reflexive pronoun is itself. What is the meaning of grooms? Alright, grooms means getting ready, alright? The kitten grooms itself. It means she gets ready, not she, oh sorry. It gets ready by itself. Okay? Grooms. 6. We treat space to a night in town. We treat subject we, so that's why we use ourselves. Yes, we treat ourselves to a night in town. Okay. Good. If you give someone treat, it means you are buying him or her, let's say a meal, food, anything, alright? Treat. Just like when you go out with your friend, you treat your friend, alright? You pay the money, alright? You are treating her or him, okay? 7. The students are able to monitor, alright, the students are the subject in front of you, right? Subject pronoun we use for the students is, remember, not the student, students, plural, right? So that's why we use they. The students are able to monitor themselves. Alright. 8. We tidy up the bedroom by subject in front of you is we, right? So that's why we use the reflexive pronoun ourselves. Yes, reflexive pronoun ourselves is used for the subject we. So please check your answers for this part. All right, good. If you are done, then turn to page number 16. So that is guided writing. I'm going to guide you how you're going to do today's writing. Okay, it says that a favorite festival. All right, so what's your favorite festival? You can think of that. Let's read the instruction first. It says that help Mary write a letter to Ellen about her favorite festival with the following questions. Okay. So you have to pretend that you are Mary, okay? And then you have to write a letter to Ellen. So please underline Mary and please underline the sentence Mary write a letter to Ellen. Very important point. Mary write a letter to Ellen. Please underline this sentence. Okay. Before I look at, let's say before we look at the questions here, let's look at the letter down below. Okay. Here. Dear who? What do you think? What do we write here? You write your name here? Or you write the receiver's name here? You are Mary, right? You have to write a letter to Ellen. So of course you have to write Dear Mary or Dear Ellen. What do you think? Of course, Dear Ellen, right? Because he's going to read this letter. Wow, what I'm writing. Ellen, okay? Dear Ellen. Okay, and alright, Dear Ellen, alright, we will do that later. And it says best wishes in the end. So at this part, let me move that here. Alright. It says that best wishes, right? Best wishes. It means I wish the best for you, okay? Best wishes. And then you have to write whose name? Your name, right? Of course, because you are going to give him wishes. But here, you are not you are Mary. Okay, so you have to write Mary because you're going to help her to write a letter. Okay, Dear Ellen, and then the stuff. Alright, according to the question. And then best wishes, Mary. Please write that first. Okay? Done, everybody? So if you're done writing, I'm going to erase it because we will be discussing about the questions you have to answer. Just going to write some supporting information to help you. Okay. So the first question for you is, what is your favorite festival? So, what's your favorite festival? That's your answer, right? I can just give you some idea. Maybe the famous one, the most famous festival in the world is Christmas, right? What else? The one just passed, Easter. In Hong Kong, Mid-Autumn Festival. Mid-Autumn Festival. What else? Your favorite one, Chinese New Year, where you can get money, red packets, right? Every kid's favorite festival. Even I like it. Yep. Right. Christmas, Easter, Mid-Autumn Festival, Chinese New Year, these are the festival name. You can write it next to the questions to help yourself with your writing later. You may choose one from here, or if you have another festival in your mind, you can write it as well. I don't mind. Okay? Good. Okay, so the next question for you is, when is it? So when is asked you for the place, for the time, for the reason. What is it? Of course, time, right? So when is this festival? If you are not sure about the date, or if it is not fixed, then you can just write the month, right? But Christmas is fixed. So when is Christmas? 25th of December, right? So that is 25th of December. You know how to spell December, right? Do it on your own. Easter, maybe which month? April or March, not sure. Mid-Autumn. When is Mid-Autumn? March? I don't know. Alright. And then Chinese New Year, maybe January. So you can write that. When is it? The third one. Alright, the third one. It says, what is the weather like? So what is the weather like? What are the weather types? Maybe it can be cold. You may say warm. Do you know what's the meaning of warm? It means not that cold, not that hot. Alright, warm, it means, alright, it's just alright, alright? Cold, warm, or you may say it's windy. As you wish, depends on the festival you're writing. Or the weather is very hot. Right? Yep. Depends on the festival. Okay. It can't be stormy, right? Don't write stormy. You don't know. You are not sure about the weather. It's stormy, right? It can be rainy. Depends on the month. Depends on the season you're writing. Rainy is also possible. But don't write stormy, okay? Don't scare me. Rainy. Depends. Okay? I'm gonna erase it. Next question for you is, what do you wear? Okay, so what do you wear in this festival? For example, Christmas. If I talk about Christmas, as you know, in like when it is Christmas, alright, when it is Christmas, the weather is extremely cold, right? Because it is like in December. So I might say I wear thick clothes, right? Thick clothes. Many clothing. Right. Let's say, or you may say coat, even mittens or gloves, no problem. And you may say I wear a scarf. You may talk about your favorite scarf. My favorite scarf is red. If the weather is warm, let's say you can say I wear a Chinese New Year dress as well. You can wear a dress. Some people will wear a costume. If you want to talk about Halloween, Halloween is also a festival, right? Just come in my mind. Halloween, maybe people will wear Halloween costumes. You can talk about that as well. Halloween. Okay. All right. Next one. What do you do at this festival? So what do you do at this festival? The activity you do is, what do you do at Christmas? That is your answer. Halloween is this, Halloween. Alright, so what do you do at this festival? So at Christmas you may say we have Christmas party. Easter you may say we play games, maybe Easter egg hunt, right? Mid-Autumn Festival, maybe you can say we play with lanterns, right? And then Chinese New Year, many activities, right? Visit family, visit relatives, right? Halloween, oh my god, do you scare people? Right. You can talk about that as well. The last one, why do you like this festival? So that is your answer. You may say, I like Chinese New Year because I can get lots of red packets, right? Many things. So that is your answer. So refers to these questions, write down your points next to the questions and then write the letter down below. Alright. When you write a letter, actually you can ask that person, like, not ask, you can greet him. For example, you may say, what's up? Hello, right? Before you start writing. Dear Ellen, you may say, how are you doing? How are you? And then you can talk about the festival you like, right? Your favorite festival is, when is your favorite festival? Sorry, first of all, you're going to talk about the greetings, right? As I said, the second one is, you can go on with your points. What is your favorite festival? When is it? How's the weather like? What do you wear? What do you do? And lastly, you may talk about why do you like this festival? Okay? So that is your homework. Do it on your own. You're big enough to do it on your own. Okay, homework. Alright, so that's all. Is the time up? So I hope 1 more minute. Okay. And yes, you can also talk about who are you with usually, right? Who are you with in this festival? As I said, for Christmas, I'll say, for example, we have Christmas party, right? But you can't have Christmas party on your own. You need somebody, right? So for example, we have Christmas party with family and friends. Okay? We can also talk about who do you celebrate with, maybe when you are talking about what do you do? Okay? When you're talking about what do you do, you may also tell me who do you spend this festival with. Okay, while you're talking about what do you do at this festival. And lastly, do tell me why do you like this festival, okay? There are many festivals you can talk about. All right, everybody. So this is your homework. Go home and do your homework. And please do revision on the topic we have learned today. Today we have learned about reflexive pronouns, okay? So please go home and do revision on that and your homework. All right. So I'm going to end here. Take care. Have a good day. I'm going to see you next week. Bye-bye.